We all make mistakes, right? It happens to everyone. But mistakes have consequences, and for this mistake, I had to pay a big price. It started on a cold night. I was taking my dog Woolfy out for a walk. It was late, quiet, the kind of quiet that feels like it's waiting for something. We'd walked that path 100 times, but this time, Woolfy slipped out of her collar and bolted, straight into the woods. I chased her through the trees, calling her name. It felt like the woods got thicker the deeper I went. The kind of thick where the air doesn't even move. Eventually I found her, digging wildly in the dirt beside an old, decaying fence. Behind it was a crumbling wooden house, barely standing. The windows were fogged over. The roof sagged. Vines crept up the sides like hands pulling it back into the earth. Woolfy had torn through what looked like someone's garden. Plants were scattered, pots broken. The dirt was torn up. I yanked her back and was about to leave when someone screamed. A voice, sharp, ragged. I turned and saw a woman, mid-20s maybe, barefoot, hair long and tangled. Her face was pale and dirty, her gown soaked and torn. She looked like someone the world had forgotten. She was furious, said my dog ruined everything, that I was careless, selfish, that people like me just take and destroy. I told her I was sorry, that I didn't mean for this to happen, that I'd fix it. But she wouldn't stop yelling. She talked about how people used to respect the land, respect what wasn't theirs, and now we just stomp all over everything, expecting the world to forgive us. I tried to stay calm, but eventually, I snapped. I told her if she didn't want people in her garden, maybe she should fence it off, that living like a ghost in the woods wasn't helping, that if she wanted respect, she had to give it too, because people treat you how you treat them. She didn't interrupt, just stood there, her face going still, her eyes narrowed, her mouth closed tight, and then she said, slowly, "Well, I didn't want to do this, but you leave me no choice. You'll learn." And she turned, walked back into the shadows of the house, and disappeared. That night, something in me changed. Woolfy refused to come into my room. She just sat in the hallway and stared at my door. I woke up at 2:41 a.m., choking, not coughing, choking. I couldn't breathe, couldn't move. For maybe 10 seconds, it felt like something was holding my throat shut. Then it passed. The next morning, I found a scratch on my arm. A symbol, a circle with 3 jagged lines. It burned when I touched it, and it didn't stop there. Over the next few days, I'd hear scratching in the walls at night, always at the same time. Lights flickered, doors opened on their own. In the mirror, my reflection would lag, just a second behind. Once, it smiled after I stopped. Woolfy started howling in the middle of the night. Nothing outside, nothing inside, just howling. Then it started spreading. Mia, my best friend, came over. She said my house felt wrong, said she had a migraine the whole time and kept seeing something in the corners of her vision. The next day, she texted me a picture of her shoulder. Scratches, the exact same symbol. She couldn't sleep after that. She said she dreamed of standing in the woods, sinking into the dirt, while someone whispered to her from underground. And my mom, she collapsed at work. Doctors said her blood pressure dropped. Her skin got pale and cold. She had black veins crawling under her skin like ink. They ran tests. Everything came back normal. No explanation. Even Woolfy changed. She stopped barking, wouldn't eat, wouldn't look at me. She just lay by the door, like she was waiting for someone I couldn't see. I knew it was my fault. Whatever this was, it started with me. I tried everything. I burned sage, drew salt circles, prayed, even though I never do. I even went back to the police. Told them something was wrong in the woods. Told them about the house. They went to check. They said the place didn't exist. No house, no fence, nothing but trees. One night, I had a dream that felt different, more like a memory than a dream. I was back in the woods, standing in the garden Woolfy destroyed. But everything was dead now. The soil was black, rotting. The sky was red like it was bleeding. She stood across from me, the woman. She didn't say anything at first, just stared. And then she looked down at the soil and whispered, "You took. Now you give." Then I woke up, That morning, Woolfy was gone. I found her under the porch, curled up, cold, eyes open. She looked like she'd seen something she couldn't understand, like her body stopped trying to survive. I buried her behind the house, and that's when I finally got it. It wasn't about revenge, it was about balance. I took something that wasn't mine. Something small, maybe. A patch of dirt, a few plants. But it mattered to her. And until I gave something back, she'd keep taking. So I went back, found the exact spot, the crooked tree, the moss-covered rock, the dent in the ground where Woolfy had dug. I brought seeds, wildflowers, lavender, herbs. I didn't know what she grew, but I tried to find plants that meant peace, plants that meant, I'm sorry. I dug with my hands until they bled, planted each one carefully. I watered them, sat with them. And then I said, I'm sorry. I took something that wasn't mine. I didn't understand. I do now. I'm giving it back. I stayed there until the sun went down. No wind, no birds, just silence. And then, barely a breeze, a soft one, like something let go. That night, I slept. The best sleep I'd had in weeks. The scratches faded. The whispers stopped. Mia got better. My mom's veins disappeared like they were never there. And Woolfy? She's still gone. That part doesn't go away. Some things can't be undone. Something was taken. Now every week I go back to that spot. The flowers are blooming, blue, white, soft yellow. They don't look like anything I planted. And that's how I know she accepted it. But I don't stay long. I don't walk off the trail anymore. And I never, ever let anyone near that garden. Because I learned something. Mistakes have consequences. And if you ever disturb something you don't understand, you better know how to put it back. That's the end of the story. Everything was back to normal now, except my dog is gone. I miss her so much. Let's talk in the comments. What would you do if someone cursed you? Would have you done anything different? Also, please subscribe and like for more videos like this. Thank you, and have a scary night.